WITSON
trailer also fits, so you'd be familiar with. This is obviously the similar dash to the Qashqai, so obviously this is the 2013-17 model. Good thing about this system here is that it will be fully compatible with the 360 cameras if your car's got it, or the single camera, so that's a good thing. Obviously there is two types of cable for the system, so just make sure that you choose the right one relevant to your car, which will be fully explained in the sales page anyway. £15–20 difference, so it might be worth just being a bit more cost effective by just paying it. Becomes detrimental to the speed of the system and stuff like that. But as I say, we always advise going for an Acore one, which this one's got today, and this is the main home page, as you can see on here. All these buttons down here, as you can notice, sorry, just before I go any further, as you can notice, this is the OEM style one, which is basically designed on the original radio. As you can see, with the buttons down here, they look pretty similar. You can go for a larger screen, which is just a frame, and get a big whopping 10-inch screen if you want to do that, but as I say, the customer wants to keep a bit more of an original look to the car, so he's gone for this model here. As I say, this is the home page here, which obviously gives you a few little shortcuts down the bottom there in terms of navigation, radio, apps, Bluetooth and video. Navigation, you can put any maps of choice onto the system because it is an Android system. Don't worry if you've got an Apple phone. All it means is basically Android is what you download the apps to in terms of the operating system. It's fully compatible with Apple phone, so whereas you go on the App Store on your phone, your Apple phone, you go on the Play Store on this one. So that's the only relevance to the Android mentioning of the OS on there. So you can pair your phone with any phone for Apple, Android, music streaming, Wi-Fi tethering. It does have mirror link on there, but we never promote because it's never that great. So if you are looking for the mirror link there, just be mindful that it's getting pretty much phased out in this industry. So you'll find out that the factories aren't paying for the updated license on it, so it's basically because they're putting all the money into the CarPlay and the Android Auto app, which the system has. It's got wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, so if you're familiar with that, then obviously it's a nice little feature to add on there. You can use the Android side also, which is basically allows you to watch Netflix and YouTube and all that type of stuff. If you want it for CarPlay, then obviously you can't do Netflix and YouTube, but as I say, you got the best of both worlds. Okay, as I said before, navigation today comes with Google Maps pre-installed on the system with it being Android. You can download any map of choice, so if you're familiar with Waze or Copilot, Citic, TomTom, Garmin, etc., you can download that from the Play Store direct onto there, and you can assign it to that home page button. If I just go back on that one there, this is your FM AM radio. It does work with the steering wheel controls, as you can see, which I'm doing in the background. It does have RDS. It doesn't show any station names, only simple reason is because it's not being switched on. So if I just switch it on there, so RDS is on now, so obviously next time you do a tune, you'll get your radio stations on there too. Might just show it now anyway, just bear with us 1 second. Oh, there you go, Radio City in there. So yeah, there you go, that shows you the RDS feature. Just going back here to the home page, so just going to apps in a moment. This is your Bluetooth here, so obviously this is where you would pair your phone. Got full phone book support on here. You can pair multiple phones to it, which will show up in the history, as you see there. So obviously if you have a different person getting in the car next time round, you can obviously just select whoever's getting in the car next and it'll go up to their Bluetooth. And also video here. So if you want to put your movies onto a pen drive, or let me just check, it's got an SD card on this one. No SD card, so you've got a USB cable, so if you want to put your films onto a USB pen, you can watch your movies, or obviously passengers can watch the movies on your travels. Okay, so I'll just go into apps here. So this is basically much the application center, which holds every app on the system. Some of them are shortcuts on the home page, which obviously like the Bluetooth and stuff like that, and that's a shortcut which comes under Navi. As you can see, all these has a few little pointless apps on there, like calculator and gallery and stuff like that. I never understand why they put them on there, so it might be just something ingrained into the firmware. So I'll just go over a little rundown on what the apps are. You got the aux here, so if you want to add anything like a external digital TV box, you can do it through that app here. Bluetooth I've showed you. This one here is obviously most people want, is the CarPlay app. So I'm just going to try and connect it to my phone. So there you go, that's the CarPlay app. So I've got an Apple phone today. So this brings over a lot of applications from your phone. Won't do anything like YouTube or Netflix on CarPlay, just simply doesn't have the software for it. That's obviously the design of CarPlay. But as I said, if you want to go down the route of watching YouTube and Netflix, then obviously just do it on the Android operating system, which is obviously just press gap back there. So I'll just go over how quick and responsive it is. It's nice and responsive to me touch, and it's quite quick. This is what you get with an 8-core processor, because if you go down on the 4-core, you'll find like a lot of applications on need quite a bit of power from the processors, or obviously they need the depth from it, so to say, and obviously 4-core can struggle sometimes. So 4-core is good if you just want navigation, radio and stuff, but if you're going to be using it quite extensively, then it's best to go for the 8-core one. As you can see, so let's show you Google Maps here, because it's just loading up here on my phone now, just first time use, so it will be a little bit slow to upload. Also, I've only got a low one signal bar there, so obviously if you're going to be using this app, then make sure that you get good signal on your phone. If you're renowned for being in a location which is notorious for being lacking in reception, then obviously I would always use maybe get a SIM card and use the Android side, because I say CarPlay and Android also is reliant on your phone signal. So that's the Google Maps there. Let me show you the Apple Maps. These are the Apple Maps. See if these load up. See, you don't get the overview that you would on Google Maps there. So okay, so that's your CarPlay. As I say, if you've got an Android phone, you'll get an Android Auto, which is pretty similar in terms of functionality, but obviously your graphical interface will be different. So I'll just go back on there. Just show you this. Okay, so it's got a DSP sound processor built into this. So obviously if you're into your subs and your upgrade on your speakers and your sound outputs, then obviously this is really good to have a little tweak around. It is over my head. I tend to leave this to the engineer to play around with, but as I said, it's got a nice little feature there. File manager, so obviously if you are a lover of IPTV, saving yourself a bit of money and you have it at home, and basically you can't get that through the Play Store, if you know, you can get it from a third-party site. So this is pretty much if you want to put any third-party applications onto here that are not on the Google Play Store, simply put USB in there, go to there and install it from there. So that's a good way of putting little apps on that you can't from the Play Store, get from the Play Store. Google Browser, Google Maps, MCU key, it's a new icon, not being pretty much, I've not used it. God, let me have a little look. Looks like pretty similar to what you'd expect on the home page of screens that you remove, so dash displays and stuff. Music, again, put your music on that. If you're old fashioned, you can put your albums onto a pen drive and play it through the music app. Navigation shortcut, which I showed you before. Operation guides, obviously the systems tend not to come with paper versions these days, and the reason being is a lot of the factories don't like paying for the print of it. Just for example of, if they've got an Android 10 unit to sell in and then they do an in-house update to Android 11 or 12, you'll find that the paperwork gets obsolete and outdated, so they tend to put the e-manuals on here. We will have the PDF on our databases, so if you want us to email a PDF, you can also do it that way. You can have a little look at that there. Okay, there's your Play Store. So as you would normally, if you're familiar with Android, this is where you log in and get your apps from. As I say, it doesn't matter if you've got an Apple phone, all you need is an email address and a password. After registering on the Google Play Store, just bring your email address, password over to there and you can download apps of choice. There's your radio, which we showed you before, settings. Okay, these are the back-end Android settings. As I say, if you're familiar with that, you tend to get stuff like display, sound, storage, apps and stuff, and there's your general, which gives you some little canvas connection settings on the units, factory backend settings. So if you want to delve deeper into that there, you can go down there, but this isn't, you don't really have to play with these. There's your canvas settings there. This here is where you can switch on your radars and your parking sensors and stuff like that, door alerts, door position, AC on and off and stuff like that there. So let's go to user. Tends to be pretty much, there's your hard reset on the system. So if you want to do a factory reset on the system, you can do it through there. Backup and reset. Account, if you want to add your Google Play account to it. System, okay, date and time, developers options, etc, etc. Okay, touch assist. I don't like that button there. I tend to turn it off, so you can turn it off there. Vehicle settings, okay, this tends to be relatable towards your MFD display, so your dash by your speedometer behind the steering wheel there, that can control the language in there, you can do that too. Video player, just obviously play more movies. Voice search, so this is a Google app, so if you press that and say, hey Google, Liverpool, it'll give you the browser option. There's your YouTube there also. Okay, hope you liked the video, guys.
WITSON